General thoughts on this episode? Uh, this was basically a vehicle for Pinkie gags. There really wasn't.
Yeah.
It really wasn't a lot of great writing like Crusaders of the Lost Mark or anything like that. It was just kind of, here's Pinkie with an opportunity to do 1,000 gags in an episode. It seems like they were sitting around in their writing meeting, spitballing ideas, and like, oh, that'd be a funny gag for Pinkie to do. That'd be a funny gag for Pinkie to do.
I have 900 Pinkie gags.
Sorry, what?
I only heard 900 Pinkie gags. Where were the other 100?
Well, at any rate, they were getting around on these ideas, and they're like, you know what? Let's just make an episode where we can put all these in there and get them out of the way. And that was basically this episode. There really wasn't anything super meaty in it. It was just fluff, just kind of.
It was for the lulz.
Pretty much. There wasn't a lot of meat on the episode. It was just kind of, oh, here's some gags. That was mildly funny. That was mildly funny. And it's over. The only meaningful thing that really happened was, the announcement that those two were having a foal. That was about the only thing super meaningful. There were some good gags, though. And we learned that apparently Pinkie reads by osmosis, by pressing the page into her eyes so that she can absorb the information.
Yes. And even her eyes are as defying of physics as the rest of her.
Mm-hmm. One of the complaints I had, not complaints, but they've kind of already done. If you're looking for a lesson from this story, a moral from this story, they already kind of covered secrets already with green isn't your color. They kind of already covered that sort of thing. That covered, it was a subplot, but it was
more honesty. The green isn't your color was more.
Yeah, but there were ones she was supposed to keep, and there were ones she probably should, try to get them to tell each other. It's like she should have kept Spike's, but the other two she should try and get to tell them each other. What?
Also, there was the subplot of making too many promises you can't keep, which was also touched upon with the Applejack one.
Yeah. It was a subplot for Twilight in that episode, but it was still a part of that episode, and I think it covered it pretty well. But, I mean, again, this was a gag episode and an episode to tell. Basically, this was a 30-minute birth announcement.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And more amusing than most 30-minute birth announcements, at least.
Yes. I like that everybody just kind of seems legit when she blames, she says how she knows is by the Pinkie sense. It's like, well, seems legit.
Yeah.
And it's not the weirdest thing the Pinkie sense has ever told her. And Twilight would be especially Twilight would be especially susceptible to believing it, considering what human Pinkie did in the Equestria Girls universe when she tried to explain that she was from Equestria, and she just rattles off everything like she knows. It's like, yeah.
Well, that explains why she's not the one who asked. Rainbow Dash was.
It's like, is it?
Rainbow's like, how did you know? Twilight, it's like, don't ask.
Yeah, it's so Pinkie.
I know
she knows. It's what she does.
I know what she says. I know the bar is pretty high, but is she acting strange even for her?
Yeah, that was a pretty good little line there. Yeah. We see Action Comics #1, the debut of Supermare. If you look at the comic that Spike picks up and burns, it's supposed to be a kind of a parody of the debut of Superman. But
Mm.
let's see.
Yeah. I don't know comics enough to have caught that.
Poor shining armor.
Yes.
His reaction.
I love
to that,
his
like,
respect. I love his reaction when he saw all of it, and then he saw the thing, and he's like, "Oh!"
It was pretty fun watching him just be adorkable.
Yes.
And he has his own version.
That he is a dorky surfer boy deep down.
Yeah. Deep down, he's just like us. Nerd.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
He has his own version of Smarty Pants.
Yes, that was the next thing I was going to talk about was, him and Brutus Force. Smarty Pants for Shiny.
Oh, that's just so cute.
His shiny pants.
Let's see. Rarity brings back Forever!
Good times.
Yeah. Carrot Cake, Mr. Cake, was talking about getting a backup delivery pony. Okay, two things on that. Number one, why didn't you think Pinkie would do that? I mean, she's basically your apprentice baker. She's supposed to do those sorts of things for you. And two, who do you think that the fandom would immediately say, who do we get for a backup delivery pony?
Derpy.
Yes. Well, she's already apparently employed by some sort of delivery service, because if you watch Crusaders of the Lost Mark, there was if you're very careful in the last song, you look really close in the background, it's Derpy in like a UPS uniform. It's out there. You just have to go see it.
Well, the writers and stuff, Hasbro has been very good with fan service.
Yeah.
I mean, they did that with Dr. Hooves in a few episodes actually, but they did that with Dr. Hooves, and they've done that with a bunch of the other little characters that fans have created their own backstory for them, and it's like, okay, here, you wanted it so badly.
Yeah, and I think in the collectible card game, I think they label her as the male mare. They don't really talk about her as Muffins or Derpy. They just say the male mare. Or she has something canonically in the CCG says she's a male pony. Let's see. It's only been a week and the CMC are already bored. That was a common joke. We get the fact that there is an albino squirrel in Ponyville whose name is Albert.
Albert.
Yes. And there are albino squirrel societies. It's kind of funny. And only Pinkie would her covert Mission Impossible music is polka.
Polka.
Not only Pinkie, I'm sure that would be Madrox too.
Well, the only canon pony.
No.
True.
Well, maybe Cheese Sandwich, but
my Mission Impossible music could be Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
That seems not very sneaky.
No.
That's the point.
No, his Mission Impossible music would be the Benny Hill theme.
Oh, that's a little too perfect. Of course, Twilight makes a list. But the thing with that, she had 3 other things she needed to do. I thought the list that she was doing was stuff she needed to help her with the, with Cadence and Shining Armor showing up. But how was, balloon making, helping the guy with the inflatable arm flailing tube man, and the
I don't think that was.
filing.
I don't think she said about to help with Twilight. I think she just said she had 3 other things to do that day.
Yep, they were literally just open promises that we didn't really know much about.
Yeah, whether she just made those promises and she's like, hey, can you make a list for me so I don't forget? Or what happened with that? But it doesn't seem like it had anything to do with
what she would do.
anything to do with Cadence and Shining Armor's arrival.
They were probably just previous promises.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But you think she could make that list. But digging too deep on that one, but seems a little odd.
Or maybe she just had Twilight keep track of all of the promises she made. And she did mention she made a lot of them. And so she'd already checked off most of them. It's just like, I have 3 left.
Yeah, she's been getting liberal with those Pinkie promises.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Freudian slip of the balloon baby bottle.
Yes. I love how she's like, no, it's not.
Shut up.
No, that's a baby bottle. So she used it.
We get the return of the haunting balloons.
Oh, yeah, I love that part. It was even creepier than before.
Yeah, we got Meritonia apparently is a place. It's a thing.
They mentioned that in another episode, though. The one where, I think it was Princess Twilight Sparkle. The one where she had to go and smile and wave.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't remember what the land was, but
they had a conference with the king and queen of Meritonia.
Okay, well, I don't have time to remember all of these,
It's okay, I don't remember half of the stuff you guys were talking about. That one just happened to stick.
Let's see. And it was nice that Shining Armor had bothered to tell Twilight this time.
True.
That he was having a child, considering, and fairly early in the pregnancy as well, considering she didn't know that,
they were getting
married until like a week later, and it was a week before it was supposed to happen, and then also, by letter instead of like showing up and saying, "Hey, getting married."
He probably learned his lesson.
Yeah. He probably got a little bit of chewing out by Twilight Velvet. Like, but Mom, you gotta tell your sister about these things. Family wants to know.
Hey, I didn't know about my sister being pregnant until 4 months before he was born.
Yeah.
And then I found out because somebody else found out on Facebook and told me.
Oh, snap.
My parents didn't even know until I told them.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least, I was glad to see that he actually bothered to tell Twilight this time.
It was probably Cadence who did that.
Yeah.
He's like, let's arrange this because, remember what happened at the wedding? Not that I don't appreciate it. I mean, she did save my life, but still.
Yeah, we should, you're your sister, and we probably should let her know that she's going to become an aunt, before the foal was born.
Yeah.
Before the
And
foal
she's-
goes off to magic kindergarten.
It's like, hey, Twilight, can you come over and full sit for us? It's like, what?
What?
No, as far as Magic Kindergarten goes, I can just imagine Twilight going, saying, "No, I'm teaching her."
I will have to teach her the magic of friendship. And the magic of magic.
Let's see.
It's like anything but Magic Kindergarten. Oh, but I hope to God they don't name her Skylar or whatever.
Yeah.
It's already a thing. Of course,
Yeah.
she could have twins. We don't know yet.
Oh yeah,
It
I
could
can
be-
just imagine twins, one good, one evil.
But
They'll be named Sunbutt and Moonbutt.
see.
And neither of them will end up with a sun or moon cutie mark.
So they'll change their name to what they really want, with what a more fitting name. I tend to go with Anthony C's idea with the naming. It's like, okay, you're given your birth name. If it's copacetic with your cutie mark, you keep it. If it isn't, you change it.
Yeah,
That's it.
pretty much.
You know, Pinkie Pie doesn't.
Kind of like the Time Lords. They're born with one name and then they pick their name once they graduate.
Yep.
Yeah. What would you name yourself if you could name yourself something like that?
I already have. I'm Dr. McCrimmon.
No, well, I mean, the Master, the Doctor. I'm pretty sure it's a one-word kind of thing.
As far as a Time Lord goes, I kind of appreciate Ronnie's because that means princess. She's the princess
Okay.
in Urdu. No. I would be Maharani. I'm queen.
But of course, I haven't the foggiest.
Mehu kutti pagalboki Maharani, okay? Okay.
Yeah,
I may work with too many of those. I learned a few things.
Yeah, I haven't the foggiest what I would be.
You would be foggy. You would be the fog.
The fog? Why are you called the fog? I come in and I kind of confuse everybody. They
haven't
can't
the
see anything.
foggiest.
What?
Hey, so when we finish with show discussion, just move over to Ask Pun. I'm
Okay.
doing some computer stuff,
Okay.
so I can't do any reading at the exact moment right now.
Okay, well, moving
I'm-
along. I only had a
if
couple
just
more
that-
things. Let's see.
Okay.
Pinkie's dogged determination when it came to the newspaper over at the schoolhouse. Yeah, she had dogged determination. No. Okay.
I get it.
I know a lot of things you don't know I know. What secrets lie beneath the pink mane?
A lot.
Hello.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, with Twilight trying to figure out what the secret was, what the surprise was. Not for nothing, but there's a big cake in the back of the room that has a bunch of baby decorations on it. What a bit of clue. I know we don't see it until the end, but I mean, judging from her position, unless Cadence and Shining Armor were both kind of standing up on their back hooves the entire time.
Maybe they just had it covered or hidden.
Yeah, that would be the only way it would make sense, because otherwise it's like, oh, could it be a baby, considering you have a baby-themed cake right behind you. Maybe.
Maybe, baby.
And of course, the I bucked hoof bump between Carrot Cake and Shiny.
Life, love, baby Megan.
No. That's the other. That's the other stream.
And that's about all I had. It was an okay episode. It wasn't anywhere near what, like Crusaders of the Lost Mark or some of the better episodes this season. I think it was probably on the level of Brotherhood Social. There really wasn't much here, but it had a nice moment. It had an important moment, Maybe not quite as good as Brotherhood Social.
Yeah. At least Brotherhood Social, we get to see big dress.
There's a character issue being addressed. This, it was a gag episode for Pinkie, but sure, gags are, in general, funnier than Big Mac in a dress. In general, her gags are funnier than Big Mac in a dress, especially when that's the gag. But yeah, the gags in this one were better, but the character development was better in Brotherhood Social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they should combine the two episodes.
What, to have Pinkie Pie dressed as a male?
Baby Hoof Social. And by the way, as for that last part, I'm sure you can find fan fiction about that.
About which part?
Shining dressing like a woman.
Oh yes, I know. I've seen they had. There's one going around of him in the princess dress.
Lol. You'll need to send me that. That sounds hilarious.
I'd have to
at least
find
we know
it.
what Dex is looking up.
It's just a funny gag image. I think it was him and Twilight or something. One of us is going to have to change. It was like that Family Guy episode or something.
Yeah. They have that in every show, though.
Yeah.
Seriously, like every show, no matter how serious it is, has one of those moments.
Yeah, it's where somebody, at some point, somebody's going to put on a dress that isn't intended to wear a dress, or isn't a cultural norm to wear a dress.
A dude in a dress.
Yeah,
basically, yes.
Cultural
norms will be upended for a few seconds.
Now, here's my theory about Pinkie Pie.
Uh-oh.
I believe that a long time ago, she
in a
was
galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, maybe that.
She's a Jedi.
I think that Pinkie Pie used to be a ninja.
What do you mean used to be?
Or she still is. I mean, if I think about it, there's that one episode where where she's stealthy in a black suit, and then this episode where she just throws those envelope things like ninja stars.
Ooh, that gives me an idea. Okay, so Rainbow Dash loves Daring Do. Twilight loves books in general. I think Applejack likes westerns. I think Pinkie Pie is probably, her books are spy novels. Basically, her bookshelf contains two things: cooking, baking parties, that sort of thing, and then her recreational reading is all spy novels.
Yeah, but so is Rarity, apparently.
Hers is more detective novels.
True.
I think her shelf is more detective novels. Pinkie's is more spy novels and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and although I'm pretty sure it's already been done, I think we're gonna write a fan fiction about Pinkie Pie being a secret ninja.
You do that.
Well, we already got Special Agent Sweetie Drop, so code name Pink.
And I mean,
Oh,
Pinkie
yeah.
Pie and Sweetie Drops probably knew each other pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
They were probably in the same boat, so to speak.
Yeah.
They worked together.
Or better yet, they're enemies.
I don't know about that.
No, think of, have you ever seen The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
No.
It's good. It's about these two guys that are on opposing sides, but they have to join together for the greater good.
Yeah, never seen that.
It was a good movie and show back in the 60s.
I've heard of it.
And if you've watched NCIS, Ducky was on that show.
Cool.
The guy who plays Ducky, he was on the...
I love
Man.
Ducky.
Oh, who doesn't love Ducky?
As much as I love Abby and
McGee,
My
Gibbs,
and
Denozo, Ziva.
my cousin's name is named Ducky. Okay, it's really Declan, but we call him Ducky.
Anyway, anybody have any last thoughts on the pink one?
Yeah.
I think we're good.
My last thought is I'm awesome.
Sure.
It's certainly a thought that only Eva has.
Fact.